Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
First and foremost, before we begin, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Ragakwadash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, the great millstone, who will well and taught us his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there as preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Broad, want to say shout out to this lesson, man. Of course, through the spirit, I saw this food stamp cut. If you've seen anything, bringing out, got scriptures bringing out as well. But food stamp cuts, got Jake in a frenzy, man. Especially, the women are going to find out the hard way, right? That truly they indeed need a man, right? You see, you have trusted in Esau Edom. He has given you this I guess you could say the Lord had that to happen as a punishment unto the Lord's movie. So you're gonna find out the hard way that you most definitely gonna need a man. And men of the Lord are gonna be a hiding place. Let's see, you got anything else out? You got a whole bunch of other stuff. You got Trump being all proud this week as well. Matter of fact, which I might get if you want to get the scripture out.
Okay, I get that.
Of course, you got Trump. Hey, we getting rid of war in the Middle East, peace, right? You can't trump prophecy. Some way, somehow, something's gonna pop off to where World War III it's gonna pop.
Hey, that
Yeah, you
man
got
think
that
he
up.
can do it. But this is First Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon the woman with child, and they shall not escape." You see that? So that man Trump, he said there's gonna be peace in the Middle East, but there ain't gonna be no more peace. Hey, these prophecies are kicking off, and the will of the Lord is gonna be done, man. They gonna keep causing more wars through the spirit. The Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to keep doing that. And these nations, they ultimately gonna rise up against Babylon, against America. It's written, it's in Jeremiah, some Revelations, right? So regardless of what that man say, hey, the will of the Lord is gonna stand, man. Right? And they also they're supposed to have a King's protest this weekend in different cities. Even
Yeah,
down here in Louisville, they're gonna have one. So right as he said that, look, all hell breaking loose, and hey, on the low level, but it's gonna be on a mass level pretty soon.
and O'Shea Duke Jackson about ICE agents coming after us. And look, just this week, more Jake got snatched up, man. You see? Nah, y'all about to find out the hard way that you ain't good, man. I got this right here in Proverbs 4 and verse 16, going back to hey, you can't trump the Lord's prophecy. And also with that,
Karen.
and the sleep is taken away and leaves the fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine causing mischief, without causing violence, causing bloodshed. So, as a man, you're going to start World War III. Pretty much, I went into, it was either last year or 2 years ago, how Israel, I believe they called it a part-time, apartheid or something like that. They were supposed to give reparations uh, um, to those people, man. But instead of doing that, they caused more bloodshed, man. They dropping more bombs. They was out there killing the children, the women and children, destroying hospitals. So yeah, this man loves bloodshed, man.
I got a precept to that. This is Micah 2 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity, and that work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by
Kind,
violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." So the Lord got a special
yep,
judgment for the people that's constantly plotting on other nations, right, and commit violence against them, especially really the Israelites, because really the Lord, He don't care about the other nations, man. Right? We just gonna let you know how it is, man. Hey, the scriptures tell us that. I can get that in Isaiah, chapter 40, right? Because Jake's out here, man, that's still in that Christianity. Hey, you gotta come up out of that, man. Really, if you're a part of the elect, you will come out of it. We gotta stop thinking that the Lord loves everybody, cares about everybody. Yeah, the Lord allows these things to happen because, hey, He's the Lord. He can do that. Who are you to question the Lord?
yeah,
It's Isaiah 40 in verse 15. It says, "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, He taketh but the hours of a very little thing." Right? So these nations are like a drop of water from a bucket. You drop some water, you don't care about it, you're gonna keep going. That's how the Lord looks
yeah.
at these people, man. So regardless of what happens on the earth, hey, it's all the Lord, man. And they gonna get judged for what they did really to us, the Israelites. They ain't gonna be able to keep oppressing his people and getting away with it. No. The scriptures say they furthered the affliction. They went too far pretty much, roughly
Yeah,
paraphrasing. And these people got to be taken out of power, man. The earth cannot prosper, right, in a righteous way, and be healthy, because these devils are in power, man. That's all they do. They can't sleep with it unless they do violence, man. They eat, sleep, and breathe it. They thinking about it, right? They writing plans. They having secret councils, which really everything is being exposed. We know what you're doing, man. The Lord has given dreams to his men, right, and even certain women, right, and other people on the earth, which the other nations can have dreams, but the Lord still ain't gonna save you, right? The Lord's just showing you the judgment that's gonna come upon you, and just a lot of other people in general. Which,
kind.
when these nations, when they're coming up against Esau, man, a lot of them are starting to fight back. They're not scared of this devil no more, man. So, hey, don't listen to what that man Trump said, talking about there ain't gonna be no war. Nah, that's definitely gonna be war, man. That's written. Yep.
On China again, right? What do you think that's going to cause? The people is getting angry about that because I was going into the Constitution.
Okay.
The president does not have the right to issue tariffs. That's for Congress to been saying your president's been going against Title 4D, child support, all types of stuff like that, man. They've been going against the Constitution. This man doesn't stand for his own law, right? The president is not supposed to issue tariffs, but yet he did it anyways. And now we're seeing what's happening, man. Got a lot of these people angry, you know. Some of them, some of your in the world, you got the PlayStation, the Xbox, all these systems, just chips in general, your laptops, all these, goods that people in the world like to buy, they went up in price, man, and the people's getting angry about it. Hey, that's just the tip, right? And especially with Snap,
Okay. the tiny tops. No, I would just repeat what you said. Tiny tops.
Cause I was doing a lesson on this earlier. I didn't finish it, but this is talking about forever chemicals. The AI, right? They are called forever chemicals because they are extremely persistent and do not break down easily in the environment or human body. Presence can take decades or even centuries to degrade. This persistence allows them to accumulate over time in the soil, water, air, wildlife, and human tissue, including blood, breast milk, and they have been detected worldwide at very low concentrations, right? And with knowing these things, looking up what forever chemicals are and us growing more and more in the spirit and this truth, man, as we get closer and closer to the end of this thing, we see why the Lord has to issue out these nuclear missiles, right? Which is going to be a cleaning agent. We see why Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. We see why Esau, Edom has to be taken out of power because this man wicked. This man wicked, man. Right? So yeah, that's pretty much part in which the lesson I was doing earlier today, in which I was going into.
Yeah, I did a land back lesson on the lesson that you did. Why do we do so many videos or something like that? And
Yeah,
this is the reason
yeah,
why is because it's one of the reasons. It's a plethora of reasons, as you said on the video. Hey, this devil, he's doing too much, man. He's poisoning every damn thing, man, and we suffering through this every day. Now we got the Lord protecting us, but we still in this flesh as well. And this devil, he's stripping and pulling away, from the all the benefits that we can really get out of these foods, out of breathing the air.
yeah,
This devil is purposely doing stuff, man. That's why let me get this scripture in Romans real quick. Let me find it. If you got a scripture out before I find that real quick. You see. Yeah, I get that real quick. Romans 8:22.
yeah. My brother get that. I got Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether they have them. See, so our come back to the lesson me and the brother did, man. It's why we do our lessons, man. Our bread is defiled. We want real
Uh,
food, you know?
This Romans 8:22 says, "For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now." I remember we was talking about at last camp how you got the animals doing weird stuff, man. You got animals that suffering,
Yeah,
all because of this devil, man. They not even fully enjoying their own habitat, man. Wherever they at, because Esau messing with it, with the air, right? He polluting the environment. He even taking them and killing them and experimenting them, man. And in the kingdom of heaven, we're not gonna be doing stuff like that, man. We're gonna just let the animals do what they do.
yeah,
And first off, they're not gonna be attacking people. Well, they gonna attack Edomites, but they us,
yeah, yeah,
because they
yeah,
gonna remember you devils, man. For all the wickedness that you did on this side, we're gonna give them like a spiritual ability, if that makes sense. We're gonna put it in their mind to make them remember all the stuff that you was doing. All the, you know how what do you call them, poachers? where they cut the tusk off elephants to get the ivory stuff.
Yeah.
Now them elephants, they gonna remember, man. The rhinos, and monkeys, all the torture you was doing to them, making them putting that C-hip in them, and controlling them, and just making them do weird stuff. Even he did stuff with the animals, man. I ain't gonna say the word, but
Yeah.
this man
Yeah.
needs to be put out of the earth, man. He's doing way too much. He has to be stopped. The scriptures also say, "Except those days shall be short, there shall no flesh be saved," man. So
Yeah.
there's a reason why we're doing these lessons. We ain't just doing it for no reason. This is like a spiritual incense when we do these lessons, right? Whether we do sit downs, whether we go out to the camp, we have a altar set up to the Lord, and the Lord hears us, man. So and the Lord is making things happen faster and faster, just like that, right? Hey, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, they've been doing this thing for a while, and look how much this truth has grown. Look how much fruit the Lord has brought forth through them, and how everything is just happening at a rapid speed, man. I think
Yeah.
Nero, he signed a document a couple years ago called Warp Speed, if I'm not mistaken, and that's how the prophecies are popping off right now. Facts. Hey, what are you doing the other 29 days? That's terrible. You're not in the spirit if you're doing that. One lesson a month. Like you watch every other brother's videos. Sometimes we get inspired by other brothers. Like I did a video off yours that you was doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that should inspire you if you're in the spirit, man. But I got this in
Yeah. That happens.
Matthew.
It's like you, brother. I was about to say that happens a lot, man.
Yeah,
I watch your video. I watch one of the brothers' videos, right? And you get inspired. I'm like, all right, yeah, yeah. I'm do a rebuttal lesson on that. But yeah, Slocky, I go ahead.
you good? This is Matthew 6 and verse 19. It says, no, that's not it. No, that's it. That's it. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Right, and your
Con.
treasures is what you cherish, right? Where you put your attention and your time in, right? And we cherish this truth, man, on the right hand side, right? Dearly. That's why we do lessons, as much as we do them, right? But Esau, he focuses on left-handed things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rape, murdering and taking people out, man. That's just what he loves to do. You know, that's his focus. That's where his treasure is. He don't want nobody else to have it but him, right? So we got to keep doing this thing, man. Until the Lord come back. Or we just not here. It is what it is, Jake.
Yeah. Con, was that it?
Yeah, yeah, that was it.
All right, con. Unless you got another scripture, I'm gonna get these scriptures and close out because I gotta head out. Nice little quick lesson. At least we got to get in though. Um, this is Psalms 102 in the NLT, right? And it says a prayer of one overwhelmed with trouble, pouring problems before the Lord, and it reads, "Stress, bend down to listen, and answer me quickly when I call you. For my days disappear like smoke, and my bones burn like red hot coals. My heart is sick, withered like grass, and I lost my appetite. And another
Woo.
reason why we doing the Lord and them, man.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
anything
gonna get
else out?
this. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 5. It says, "The Lord broke the staff of
Yep,
the
yep.
wicked and the scepter of the rulers, and he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that hath ruled the nations is in anger, and in persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and they break forth into singing." Hey, let's get ready to happen, man. When this
Con,
man goes, everybody's
con.
gonna be happy, man. Even the trees are gonna rejoice, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's in the same chapter. The trees are gonna rejoice. Yep.
It's gonna be a lovely day, man. Especially when we see no more Edomites. In Book of Obadiah, man. Of course, you gotta get y'all
Yep,
judgment.
yep.
Y'all gotta serve us. Then they gonna round you up,
Mm-hmm.
man, and that's gonna be a wrap, man. Y'all.
Hey, hey, we need that. But yeah, just a little quick hit. Yahweh desires the edifying lesson. Want to give our praises, glory, and honor
Yeah, how
to Yahweh, Bashum, Yahweh, Bashum, Ragakwadash, the Master of the Apostles, the Master of the Elders, Great Millstone, Ruel, and the
up
Bible
above.
Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Have a good one,
Shalom
man.
up. You too.